Right, I'm going to say something that's quite controversial. Well, I don't think it is. I think I'm just saying what everybody else is thinking. But people have sadly, because we live in a communist country, too scared to say. Illegal immigration costs to the UK last year. I mean, who'd have thought? We know it's high, but Jesus Christ. So, immigration enforcement, well, that's a joke. Enforcement, they're the people that are supposed to keep them out. They're the people that are supposed to stop the boats. 482 million pounds to keep them out, or to get them back if they've got here illegally. They should all be fined for a start. Accommodation expenses, 2.92 billion. Yep, not million, billion. That was last year. So just for some historical context, I'm reading this because I've just been looking at it. I nearly fell off my chair. In 2024, asylum costs reached £3.96 billion, which is double the previous year and is a six-fold increase since 2018. I mean, it's just not sustainable. How the frig are we expected to keep finding this money? I mean, what the fuck? It's just... Nah, it's not, I'm not happy. Along with half the fricking country at the moment, this has to stop, surely.
All right, people, I just want to share this with you. I got sent a video yesterday by someone who described themselves as a massive Labour supporter, right? And they sent me a video of a hotel being emptied of illegal immigrants because apparently Labour are trying to get them all out of hotels to save some cost. Obviously, he was sending this to me as a positive for Labour and all that. The video has been taken down, so I can't actually share it with you, but I did a little bit of research. I'm not allowed to tell you the hotel name because my video will get taken down. Suffice it to say it was a Best Western hotel. And I found out that actually the people who were removed from the Best Western hotel, the illegal immigrants that were in there, haven't been deported. They've been removed to an HMO in a little town just down the road. So, they're out of hotels and they're now next door to people in HMOs. Nice work here. Well done.
This is Dave Thomas. He's stood here in his back garden, and what you see behind him is accommodation for illegal immigrants. No wonder he looks so pissed off. Wouldn't you be with that at the end of your garden? I mean, it's literally like having people you have no idea about, apart from the fact that they floated across the channel on a boat. No idea about their culture, beliefs or intentions, living at the bottom of your garden, peering directly into your garden. This is in Llantwit Major, a seaside town in South Wales. This is what the government are doing now, building shanty towns in our towns and communities. Marvellous. And under Labour, we'll see a lot more of these monstrosities popping up all over the country. They'll fast-track illegals through the asylum system and stick them in accommodation that looks like it's something out of prisoner cell block H, right at the end of your garden. I mean, look at it. It's awful. We're just creating third world ghettos, no-go areas and parallel societies. This is still further proof, as if you needed further proof, that the government couldn't care less about the British people. Or is this acceptable? Let me know in the comments and follow for more news, views and uncomfortable truths.
Okay, let's talk about the facts then. Ireland, young and middle-aged men are grouping together, young Irish men, and patrolling their own streets at night to keep women safe from, you guessed it, illegal immigrants who are being put up for free in hotels, who are being given free food, free Wi-Fi, free clothes. They all turn out to be wearing brand new designer clothes, and still they come into the country and can't help themselves but harass women and children on the streets, because when you're fleeing poverty and war, when you go into a country who gives you everything, how do you show respect? You disrespect the people that live there in the first place, and you bring all the horrors from your country to the new place. Now, I must say, I am so impressed and proud of all the Irish people who I am seeing group together and go out onto the streets, because that's the only way we're going to be able to keep people safe, because the police aren't going to do nothing. Do you know what the police are going to do? They're going to say you are committing a hate crime by telling these illegal immigrants that they can't do this to women and children. These people who are coming here think that this is okay. They think it's a normal way to behave, to treat people. Women are lesser in their countries. That's not how we do things here. I'm sorry about that. The only thing I would say is, why aren't we doing it over here? Because the Irish boys are doing it and it's working from what I've seen. So we should all be doing this. We should all be going out onto the streets at night time. And if you see something, don't be scared of being called a racist or having the police gang up on you. Say something to the people that are doing it. That's the only way this is going to stop, because let me tell you, no one's coming to help us. The government aren't coming to help us. The police force are against us. Trust me, you may think that the police can't do anything. No one is putting a gun to their heads and saying you have to follow these rules. If I was in a job where I was being told that I have to stop people from being safe and look after a certain demographic, I would quit the job, because the police's one job is to keep people safe. So if you are not keeping people safe for whatever reason, quit, because you have no reason to be doing that job. Anyone who is still enforcing these barbaric rules from Keir Starmer, you are part of the problem. So the police won't help us, the government won't help us, we have to help ourselves. Now, I'm not saying vigilante justice, I'm not saying go and hurt anyone or do anything like that, but I am saying look after people, look after your own people. If you see something wrong, go and speak about it. We need to show the world what is happening in England, because it's not good.
Do you know that if you were born after 1970, your pension age is going to be 68? So I've just been on the HMRC website and they've increased it now. I'm 51, so my age group are now going to be starting transitioning into an older age. So 68, it started there. It'll be 69 soon, and then it'll be 70. They're under constant review. That's what it says on the website. It's under constant review. The people from the UK have got to say no. We've got to say no at some point. They can't just keep increasing it all the time. We're way ahead of all the other countries. Why are we doing that? Now, bear in mind, if you pay 35 years national insurance, that's all you need to pay. That's the maximum you need to pay. And then you've got full contribution. But you're still going to contribute to the NHS. That's what it's saying now. You're going to contribute to the NHS and other schemes with the money that you're putting in. So they're increasing the age when you can claim your pension, but they're also asking more money from you. So you're getting hit in both ways. Bear in mind, the amount of national insurance you're paying is going up because they're increasing the minimum wage out there. They're increasing that, so you earn more money. But you're also then paying more tax and more national insurance. So they're taking more money off you by increasing that. They're not paying you that wage. Someone else is paying that wage. But they're taking more money off you that way. They're earning more money. They're going to take it for longer. And then they're going to take it so you can't take it. You can't cash that money in as a pension. Now, we're working with CERTS pensions. We're doing a lot of stuff with CERTS pensions. So the HMRC are watching what we do. They're watching our videos all the time. So today, I'm going to say, we need to make a stand and say, no, we don't want it. So please, everyone who watches this video, comment in this video and just say, no, we don't want it. So me, I'm Dave, I'm saying, no, I don't want it. Please give us your thoughts in the comments. We want to let the world know that we're not taking it anymore. They do watch this, so this is our way of saying, no, we don't want it. Say your name and say that you don't want it, please. Now they're going to say, well, people are living longer, so who's going to fund it? You are. Stop spending our money. Stop spending our money in silly things, giving our money away for silly projects, doing different things. Stop giving it to your friends and family. It's our money. Manage our money. You're in that job in the government to look after our money and manage it properly. Stop wasting our money, and that's the problem. The problem is you're wasting it, and that's why we've got no money left. It's not about us. It's about you. You're the problem. Right, the only way people are going to see this video is if you do the algorithm. So 1 point for a like, a share, a comment. Please do all of them, favourite it, repost it to your friends, watch it till the end. That's the only way we can do it, and we'll spread it out. We need the government to see what we're doing and say, no, we don't do it. We're not having it anymore. We're not having it.
So I'm trying to get my money right this year. Like I'm trying to focus on budgeting better. So I decided to look at my state pension forecast, which you can do in the UK. You can just go onto the gov.uk website. Didn't know that you could do it. Found out about it today. So I'm on here. And I was just curious how much more I would have to pay into it to get full contributions. And I only have another 14 years left to pay. So I was like, okay, like that's pretty good, because like I'm 35. So that means I only have to keep paying until I'm like, what, 50, just under 50, okay? Little did I realise how much you need to pay in to only have 14 years left. I've been paying in for 19 full years. 19. 1, 9. I'm 35. I've been paying in since I was 16. I've been working for nearly 20 years. And like, it should like, yeah.
Right then, now I'm just a normal production guy in painting and decorating. You know, I'm fairly knowledgeable, but it's been getting on my nerves a little bit, and I wonder if you can answer a few questions for me, right? Government pension scam in this country. It's been going on forever and a day. Can you tell me why, right, you're paying to your government pension pot, which, I don't know, I do believe maybe it holds a couple of million when you retire, right? And then you retire, and because of all the shit food that they stick on the shelves for you to eat, which slowly kills you off over 40 to 50 years, right? Into retirement, you might get about 10 years and then drop dead. Now, let's say you've just used £500,000 out of your pension pot. Can you tell me why the government keeps the rest? Now, as far as I'm aware, that's our money that we put into the government pension pot through national insurance, etc. Why do the government keep it? Surely that should be handed down to your next of kin or your spouse or whatever. Surely. It's not the government's money, it's our money. So why is it not coming to the next of kin? Because they do it in other countries like that. I'll tell you why it doesn't go to your next of kin. Because let's say you've got £1 million left in your pension pot when you die through like eating shit all your life, right? They're not going to hand it down to your next of kin, are they? Because they might end up with like £1 million. And what are they going to do? Never work another day in their life either. And do you know what that means? They're not paying tax then, are they, into the system? Answer me that question. Do you think I'm right? Because I think it's about time this government get the pension money to the next of kin. It's a damn right scam. It's got to be a crime, isn't it? It's got to be a crime.
How much control should the government really have over free market economies? This kind of spoke to me today when I read this. Rachel Reeves wants to force pension funds to invest in certain things. Imagine being a pension fund portfolio manager and you have to be forced to buy something. Like, your entire job is to choose what you want to invest in. And it's being dictated by the Chancellor. Obviously, a free market economy, it shouldn't be completely free. There should be regulations and, certain restrictions to not harm the consumer and the retail trader and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But this seems like such an overreach of just basic free market economy. It's verged on the edge of like socialist communism policies. I don't know. Maybe that's just too extreme, but let me know in the comments. I know there's any other, like, if this is something that's happened in other countries before. It's not gone into power yet, but I feel like it's getting there. Anyway, it just seems a bit too far.
Pension age is going up, we all know that. And the Labour government would like to see pension age go up to 71. But I asked 200 young people between the ages of 20 and 30, are they worried about their pension? And they said yes. 80% of the people I asked said they were worried that pension age when they reached 65 would be 75 years of age. Now that sounds shocking, but it's actually realistic. If we've got a Labour government who want pension age to go up to 71, then just imagine what pension age could be for our young children. It's absolutely madness. I want to know from you what you think pension age should be. With pension age going up next year, and with the government wanting it to go to 71, what hope have our children got of actually retiring? What hope have our children got of knowing that they can retire? Not everyone can afford to pay into a private pension that's going to give them the money that they need to retire on, especially those on minimum wage. So is this just now beyond a joke? If Labour do push pension age to 71, then this is going to cause serious problems for our young children. Let me know what you think, guys.
Are you shocked the government has taken away the winter fuel payment from most pensioners? More than 11 million pensioners rely on the winter fuel payment, which is worth between £100 and £300. Now, thanks to the shocking news from the government, only 1.5 million pensioners will be eligible for the payment this winter. That means 10 million pensioners will struggle to pay their fuel bills this winter. A recent survey found that 7 million pensioners cannot afford to heat their homes during winter. So, the news that the government is stopping the winter fuel payment for most pensioners is going to hit people hard. It is not just the winter fuel payment pensioners are worried about. Pensioners are being forced to live on a state pension of just £11,500 a year. The living wage for a single person is £20,800 a year. Single people under 65 have the same bills as pensioners. So, how does the government expect pensioners to live on half the amount that people under 65 live on? More pensioners are dying due to the lack of help by the government. And more pensioners are going into debt. 1 in 10 pensioners miss out on regular meals. 34% of pensioners have a debt of more than £7,000. The government need to stop taking it out on...
Well, Rachel Reeves is very happy today. With pension age going up within the next 2 years to 67, shocking. She's going to save the government more than £10 billion. And that's why Rachel Reeves wants pension age to go up to 71. That's right. That's what they want pension age to go up to. They want the state pension age to go up to 71 so the government can save even more money. And we know where the money's going. And it's not going here. So sadly, with the pension age going up to 67, people are going to be working longer and still getting the same crappy pension when they get to 67. But the government will be laughing, clapping their hands, because they'll be saving £10 billion. Just imagine if they get their way and increase pension age to 71, how much money they will save. And they want to try and do that within the next 10 years. Like they're going to be in power within the next 10 years. Let me know if you're happy about pension age going to 67. And would you work until year 71 if they got their way? Let me know, guys.
Saturday was another record for Labour. 1,000 people entered the UK illegally on small boats. That's another 1,000 hotel rooms we've got to find. That's another 1,000 NHS places we've got to find. That's another 1,000 people we've got to heat. That's another 1,000 people we've got to feed. That's another 1,000 people of benefits. Just for one day. It's becoming unsustainable. We're becoming a laughing stock. And Keir Starmer saying he's going to smash the cans to stop this. This guy can't smash a glass. He took away any deterrent with the Rwanda plan, which was working, as admitted by the Irish Prime Minister, because they all started to come to Ireland in fear of going to Rwanda. So he's took away that. He took away the Bibby Stockholm. He's admitted that hotels are going to be used by Labour for a few more years to come, despite promising he will stop doing that. It's going to get worse. Our Home Secretary, not so long ago, she was holding up a placard saying refugees welcome, and she was going to house one herself. Well, tell you what, that never happened. She didn't do that. So, what are we going to do about this? I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you agree with me that it needs to stop, just click on the little red cross there if you see that. And I'm just going to leave with this one thought. If a man goes to war, he goes to war on his own. If a man is fleeing persecution, he takes his family with him.
A serious question. Why should British taxpayers fund those who give nothing back? Nobody can explain to me why the British taxpayer should be forced to financially support foreign nationals who don't speak English, don't work, don't integrate, don't contribute, and don't even like us. Why the are we funding them? Let's get one thing straight. Welfare exists to support British people. People who've worked, paid in, and contributed to this country. It was never designed to be an open pot of gold for people who turn up, refuse to assimilate, and expect handouts while showing nothing but contempt for the country that's feeding them. What would happen if you moved abroad and demanded free housing, free healthcare, and financial support without working or even learning the language? You'd be told off. So why does Britain put up with it? Why do our own people struggle with the cost of living while taxes are funneled into supporting people who don't even want to be part of this society? Look, this isn't about race. It's not about where someone comes from. It's about fairness. It's about responsibility. If you come here, you should contribute, work, pay taxes, integrate, respect British values. Otherwise, why should you be entitled to a penny of British taxpayers' money? It's simple. Either benefit the British people and this country, or off. Sorry, excuse my French. Very un-British of me. What I mean is, off. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and follow for more news, views and uncomfortable truths.
Breaking news, the UK has come top of the polls for illegal migration. According to a study from Oxford University, there are some 745,000 illegal migrants in the United Kingdom. Gosh, that's a lot. And that may well be an underestimate. The UK apparently has far more people in the United Kingdom who are here illegally than other European countries. Why is this? Probably because the UK doesn't count the people in and count the people out. Secondly, because a huge number of people overstay their visas. Thirdly, because the Home Office doesn't bother to remove anybody. Last year, about 8,000 people suffered enforced removal. 8,000 people a year, and we've got 800,000 illegals. They're never going home. They might all have an amnesty and let them stay.